Hi Ranu, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for asking. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Ranu Verma. I'm basically from Indore, MP, but currently living in Pune. I have completed my diploma in civil engineering in 2014, and I have 4 years of work experience in a construction company as an estimation engineer. But I got interested in software testing, so I switched into IT. Recently, I have completed a software testing course, manual and automation, Selenium with Java. That's all about me.
So, why are you looking for a change from civil engineering to software testing?
Because nowadays we are using many application and software, so I have curiosity to know about more how to develop and how to testing the application or softwares.
Mhm. Okay. So, you have completed course in manual testing and in Selenium, right?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. So, can you tell me what is the difference between SDLC and STLC?
Okay, sir. SDLC is a software development life cycle. It is used by the software industries to develop the or testing the high quality of product. There are many phases: requirement analysis, defining, designing, coding, testing, deployment, and maintenance. And STLC is a software testing life cycle. It is a process to how to the product is. It is the process where we check the software is developing as per requirement or not. There are many phases: requirement analysis, test case, requirement analysis, test planning, test case design, environment setup, test execution, and test cycle closure.
Mhm. Okay, okay, sounds good. Okay, what do you know about the weights in Selenium?
There are generally three types of weights: implicit weight, explicit weight, and fluent weight.
Right. So, what is the difference between implicit weight and fluent weight?
Okay. Implicit wait is that tells to the web driver. It is wait for the certain time before the throwing no such element exception. And in implicit wait, driver is wait, like we apply 10 seconds, so it will wait for 10 seconds. Before no such element is showing before the 10 second, but it will wait for the maximum time like 10 seconds. And in fluent wait, there is a condition is fulfilled, and there are also polling time. So
Mhm.
in fluent wait, there are check the condition is fulfilled, so it will run before the time when condition is fulfilled.
Okay, so which one is better, implicit weight or fluent weight?
Fluent wait.
Fluent weight, are you sure?
Yes, sir. We
Okay.
are generally use implicit weight because
Mhm.
it is implement easily,
Mhm.
but smart weight is explicit weight is smart.
Mhm. So what is explicit weight?
Explicit weight is like it is we apply like a condition is fulfilled, so it will execute. It
Mhm.
will not wait for maximum time.
Mhm. Right, right. So that is soft delay,
Yes, sir.
right? See, implicit wait is something that will wait for a certain time till the page gets loaded, right? After
Yeah,
setting a
yes, sir.
particular time, WebDriver will wait for that time before throwing an exception, and it will throw the exception as no such element exception.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay? So that is implicit wait. Now we have explicit wait. Uh, I see. I hear some echo. Are you hearing echo?
No, sir.
Okay. So explicit wait is nothing but it is an extension. Explicit wait is basically of two types. One is the WebDriver wait, and another is the Fluent wait, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so explicit wait will wait for a certain condition till specific element is not loaded. So it will,
Visible. Yeah.
yeah. So that condition, once it is true, then it will proceed further for the next action.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what are the disadvantages of Fluent wait?
Disadvantage.
Hmm.
It is wait for it is take maximum time.
Hmm. Hmm.
We give the 10 second, and
Hmm.
all element loaded in 5 seconds. So it will wait for 10 seconds.
Hmm. Hmm. So it
So
will force WebDriver to wait until the element is appeared on the page, or it will wait till the defined time has been kept, right? So drawback, one of the major drawback with the Fluent wait is it throws an exception when the element is not loaded on the page, even in the defined time span sometimes, right? So that
okay,
is
sir.
the major disadvantage of Fluent wait, right? And
Okay,
it
sir.
also does not provides any predefined conditions that you can apply to the elements. So it is bit complex, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's say you have a script, you have an automated script, and
Mm.
you are using the correct locator, right? Maybe it's an
Yeah.
XPath ID or name that you have
Mhm.
currently correctly used, right? But you are still getting element not found error. So how will you resolve this error?
There, uh, there is some exception like no such element exception.
Mhm.
So the WebDriver is unable to find that web element
Mhm.
that is present in the web page. So
But your
we use
locator is
the
correct.
JavaScript.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no need to use JavaScript. You had used some locator, maybe XPath ID using name, you had identified that particular element on which you had to click, but still you are getting an error in the script. So what can be, how will you resolve this error?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Okay, okay. So, so the question is, uh, you have used the correct locator in your automation
Mm-hmm.
script, right? But you are getting element not found error, right? Element not found. Some exception is coming that element is not there. So how will you resolve this error?
Like there is some dynamic changes in the locators. So we use contents method or start with the method to find the element.
Okay. Okay. See, this kind of question might be asked to you in an interview. See, you are using the correct locator, right? And then there is no change from the development team side, right? The element is as it is over there only. But in order to resolve this error, you could use implicit or explicit wait elements to overcome this
Yeah,
problem.
yes, sir.
It might
Yes, sir.
happen
We will use
that,
weights.
yeah, it might happen that the element to load it is taking time, but it is
Yeah,
there.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I got it. Yes.
Yeah. So see, first I asked you the theoretical questions on implicit, explicit wait. Then I just gave
Mm-hmm.
you a scenario in which you had to apply that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So these kind of things can be, you will have to see in an interview, right? So theoretical concept is very good that you have got the understanding.
Yes.
Now looking from the practical perspective, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you can use implicit wait, you can use explicit wait to overcome this kind of problem, right? The WebDriver
Yes.
might
Yes.
be getting timed out before the page is loading completely, right? There could be a
Mm-hmm.
timeout issue. That is why that error is coming, right? So that you can do.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Mhm. Hmm. Now, what is BTD framework?
BTD framework is used by Cucumber framework is BTD is a behavior driven development. In this framework, we write the script in a simple plain English language. Like it is called a Gherkin language.
Gherkin.
So non-technical person also understand the coding what we write the script. So it is useful for non-technical person. They can also understand. there are three types of file: step definition file, feature file, and test runner file. In feature file, we write the test steps, and in step definition file, we write the actual code. And in test runner file, there we glue are mapping the step definition and uh, feature file.
Mhm. Right. So you have feature file, you have runner file, and then you have to tell that it's
Step,
not a plain text English language, it's a Gherkin language that you were
yes,
mentioning.
Gherkin language.
Gherkin
Yeah.
language, right? And that has keywords like given, when, then. You have a
When
background.
then,
Mm.
yes.
So that is how it is. Okay. Okay, now what is test engine?
TestNG is a framework that can use with the integration with the Selenium. There are many advantages of the TestNG.
Mm.
There is some methods before method, after method, before test, after test, before suit, after suit, before class, after class. There are some methods, and TestNG is provide the report. We can in Selenium we cannot have a report. We cannot get a report, but using test ng we get a report. There are we check how many test cases pass, how many test cases are failed, are skipped, and we also give the priorities, and
Mm.
we
Mm.
can execute parallel and grouping also there.
Mm. Okay, so
Benefits of the test engine.
these are benefits. Correct, correct. Now, you were telling something about priorities, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Okay. Now, let's say if you have two test cases, one test case is having
Hmm.
priority equal to 1, another test case is having priority equal to 2. So, which test case will get
One test case
executed?
having one and another is two.
2, yeah. So, which will
So
get
yeah,
executed?
one is executed, sir.
Okay, great. Now, whenever we write Selenium script, we mention this line as web driver equal to new Firefox driver,
Yeah.
right? Now, what is the meaning of each and every term over here? What is WebDriver? What is driver? What is new? What is Firefox driver? Can you explain?
Okay. Yes, sir. WebDriver is a interface, and driver is a variable of the WebDriver, and new is a
Yeah, driver
keyword
is the,
that
sorry, I just missed the answer. Driver is the
driver is a variable of the WebDriver.
variable. Okay. Then,
Chrome driver is equal to new Firefox driver, and driver is a communication between WebDriver and
yes, yes, please go ahead.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
no worries, no worries. See, WebDriver is an interface,
Yes.
right? So that is there. Now, uh, we why we are writing driver equal to new uh, Firefox driver, right? So new,
Mhm.
so Firefox driver is an instance which gets created based on this statement that we write, right?
Yes.
So that is the instance that will get created, and it will be able to invoke and act on the method. So we have Firefox driver, right? So it is supported by Firefox browser. So when we write Firefox driver, so it will take all the things, it will hit the uh, browser Firefox, and it will run all the scripts in that,
Run the script.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So Firefox driver is a class, and it implements all the methods of WebDriver interface.
Yes.
Yeah. New is a keyword again.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Hmm?
New is a keyword. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So if anyone is asking you this particular line, driver equal to new Firefox driver. So what is the meaning of each and everything? Then you have to explain. And in this, actually, uh, there is a concept of runtime polymorphism, right? Which is
Yes, sir. Runtime.
yeah, which is getting implemented, right? That is, you are running the automation scripts in different browsers to achieve runtime polymorphism, and
Yeah.
it can only
Yes.
happen via upcasting, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is done. Hmm. Now, what is method overloading and what is method overriding?
Okay. Method overloading, like in same class there are multiple methods with same name and different parameters. It is a method overloading. And in overriding there is a inheritance concepts. There are two classes and one parent and one child. So child class extend the parent class and same name, but body has changed, so child class override the parent class. It is a overriding.
Mhm. So method overriding occurs in two classes that have inheritance is a relationship.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is one of the difference. Now, any other difference?
In method overloading, method name same
Hmm,
and the body is different, but in overriding, body has changed.
okay. Is it possible if you can write a simple program on method overloading and method overriding?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I'm giving you screen sharing rights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just click on share screen button.
My screen is visible, sir. Sir, my screen is
Yes,
visible.
yes, yes, visible. Just open Notepad.
Okay, sir. Can I write in
Yes, yes.
ID?
Perfect, perfect. This is also fine.
Overloading, sir.
Yes, one is method overloading and one is method overriding.
Okay.
So you are going in the right direction with overloading
Yes, sir.
example is perfectly fine.
Yeah. So, yes, sir. This is a example of method overloading. Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. So this is fine. So, so this is example of overloading, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what about overriding?
Yes.
So, there is an error that is coming up. Why this error is coming? You have public class string add. Okay. So your class name is string.java. Mhm. Now, are you aware why this error is coming?
Sir, there are two classes.
Hmm. Do you need two classes for overloading or overriding?
Overriding, sir.
Hmm. Yeah, so do you need two classes for overloading?
No, no, sir.
Yeah. See, so you don't need two classes, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. In single class, there are multiple methods.
Correct, correct. So let me share my screen. I'll show you overloading. And in a real-time interview, you can write this kind of program.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Now, is my screen visible? I'll stop
No, sir.
sharing your screen. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes, sir. Visible.
See, the same program as you had written, right? This is
Yeah,
one of the function. It has got two parameters. This is the same function. It has got three parameters, right?
yeah, yes, sir.
Now you have a main method. See, class is only
Yeah.
one. In your
One.
case,
Okay.
yeah, you had two classes,
Yeah,
but
yes.
class will be only one,
Yes, okay.
right? And
Yes,
this is
yes.
the main method in which we are calling based on the two or based on three parameters. Is this simple?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah, so in a real-time interview also, you have to write the program and you have to explain that
Yeah. Okay, sir.
what is the logic, what will be the output. So based on that, you have to.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Okay, sir.
this is, yeah. So this was overloading.
This
This is overriding, right?
overriding. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have one class and it has a function, right? Now we have another class which will extend
Extend. Yes, sir.
this class, right?
Yeah,
So
yes.
same function will be used, right? Is it
Yes, sir.
clear now?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Yeah. So as you have mentioned the skills like Selenium, Java, then you will be asked questions on Java programming, questions on
Yes.
automation, Selenium, right?
Yes.
So this is fine. Mhm. Okay. What is Git?
Git is a version distribution version control system. Like there is a one project, but multiple user are working on that particular project. So
Mhm.
it is also called a project tracking tool. Project tracking tool. So it is a developer are developer are tracking are some making some changes,
Mhm.
and uh, they can also create some branches and changes, and they can also push their code on
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
remote repository from the local repository.
Right, right. So what is Git when this is asked to you? So you have to answer Git is a distributed version control system, right? Why it is called
Yeah.
version control? Because let's say you are working on one login script. I am also working on same script. Now you are working on
Mhm.
one particular function. I am working on another function. But it is very
Mhm.
important for us to collaborate. And when you will commit your code, so I need to pull your code and do the changes and then again commit so that you get both of us changes. right? So it's a kind of version control system that is used to track the changes in any set of files. Now we were working on same file. It might happen we might be working on different scripts, different files, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, so it is a software with the help of which the testers, automated testers or programmers, they can collaborate and they can collaborate in developing the source code, right? So
Yeah.
it
Yes.
actually helps in collaboration. So
Yeah.
straightforward, simple example, right? Distributed version control system. And then you have to explain
Yes.
how it is collaborating, right? So then if you will speak about commit, push, pull, then they will ask questions on that. So if you're confident, then speak about those terms. No worries,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So let's get this done. Hmm. Now, you are working in an automation project, and
Yeah.
your
Yes.
manager tells you that the execution should not stop, even if your test cases are failed. So let's say you have 100 test cases which you are running via script, via automation script, and there is a ask from the manager that your execution should not stop, even if your test cases are failed. So what will be your approach in the automation script?
Sir, can you repeat?
Okay, so you are working in an automation project, right? Now your manager is telling you to create the scripts or have something important in the framework in such a manner that your execution should not stop even if your test cases are failed. For example, if you have 100 test cases, for example,
Mm-hmm.
the 31st test case got failed, but still the 32, 33, those all test cases after 31 should not stop. They should execute. So what will be your approach? How will you do the coding such that the execution should not stop?
Sir, I will execute it by TestNG framework. There are
Mhm.
some failed test cases.
Mhm.
So we can create a XML file and we can execute it that failed test cases.
Mhm. Okay. So you were answering about the question that if the test cases are failed, then you have to just execute the failed test cases, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
but the question here is, let's say there are okay, let's say there are only 10 test cases that you have to execute. Okay. Now out of 10 test cases, fifth test case got failed. So 1, 2, 3, 4 got passed, fifth got failed. Now I want that the suit should not stop after fifth test case getting failed. It should execute sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th test case also. So what will be your approach in the framework? What will you do that it should execute further test cases, even if one of the test case in between the suit has failed?
No, sir, I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. So let this be an open question for the people, and please put your comments in the put your answers in the comment section. So what would happen? What will you do if one of the test case gets failed in the suit, and still you want the next consecutive test cases to execute, right? So that will be the question. Okay, Ranu, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Sir, where I need to improve?
So
I
you
want
have,
to know.
yes. See, theoretical knowledge is good. You are confident about the concepts. Method overloading, method overriding, these things were good. But when it comes to programming, then you will be asked to write Java programs, right?
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
have to be confident in that, right? You should be
Yeah.
able to
Yes.
write it. Then you should be able to explain. And when you write,
Yeah.
there should not be any error coming up in your programs, right?
Okay. Okay.
So until unless they don't tell you to use IDE or some IntelliJ or Eclipse, you can use Notepad also. Whichever tool you are
Okay.
confident with, you have to work on that. Then automation related questions, the scenario based. See, theoretical you are very clear, implicit wait, explicit wait, fluent wait. But then what if you are getting error? How will you resolve this error? So that was a question that we just covered. So now you have to apply these concepts into the real time,
Okay.
right? So I think theoretical is good, communication skill is good, your confidence level is also good. Just practice writing Java programs efficiently. That is a key thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and whenever you are explaining, have some keywords in your mind, like when you are explaining about Git. So to the point you have to answer, but rest all was good, right? So wish you all the best for your career ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I learn a lot from your channel, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you so much.